I'm going to hand over to James. It's going to be a very, very different session now. Tarot games with James. That rhymed. Right, okay. See you later.
Right, I've got a presentation here, so I'm going to blow up the screen if nobody minds. And the game is pretty simple. It's to show you how to see cards in a different way. It's basically geared for people that are learning, but the people that are experienced can enjoy it too. And if you brought your own cards, I designed it so that you don't really need your own cards, but at the end, towards the end of the games, if you've got any cards, that would help, because we've got a little section at the back where you can use your own cards, any cards. Pomegranate and the moon in Sagittarius, please enjoy. And I'll put in the presentation to make it a lot easier. Little Sagittarius sign. I changed the color of that moon and actually done reverse color, like a negative. It's just to show you how much a card can change just by changing the colors. And to me, that makes a big difference to what the original moon actually tells me. It's actually more psychedelic and more deeper in my eyes. The answers would be more deeper and psychedelic. Just a little quick example for you. Okay, this game is a fun way to learn the tarots and see them in a different scenario. There is no winner or loser, but it's how you explain your reason. Please don't feel embarrassed or shy when playing this game. It is designed to teach and is also suitable for advanced players. We will all learn from these games, and the advanced players will help contribute to the meanings of the cards. Okay, please remember the symbolism is unique to the individual, because we all see them differently and will mean different things to different people and in different scenarios. There is no right or wrong answer. Again, it is how you read the symbolism. This exercise will help you see different card meanings in different scenarios. Have fun. Right, ready? Okay, I don't know if everybody wants to shout out or send it in a text message. I don't know which, or send it in the messages. I don't know which way is going to be easiest. Right.
I can unmute some of the hosts.
Yeah, they can either shout out or they can just type in. We've got chariots and we've got the Six of Swords. Right, this is an easy one. Who can guess who's the taxi driver and why? No, nobody? Anybody? No?
I'm asking people.
Okay, why?
Because he's moving forward. He's taking someone forwards, away from something.
Right, whereas the chariot's stationary. Okay, well done. Okay, here's my reason. Okay, in this picture, the captain of the boat or the driver carries cargo or passengers, whereas the chariot may not carry any passengers. The Six of Swords is also an air sign, which can represent movement and change. The chariot can represent strength and has powerful resources with him. He brings with him an army. So I hope you can see the difference between there. So, and like you said, the chariot is not moving anywhere, and the boat is moving. So yeah, very good. So that's cool. Right. Okay. Right. Next one. Right. All these people are employed and they love their job. Can you guess who is the lead singer of a rock band?
Oh, Page Ones, I'm going for.
Okay.
Me too. That's Axl Rose.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. This is looking at it like tongue in cheek, really. And the Page of Wands. He or she appears to be singing into a microphone on a stand to an audience. This is a fire card and represents action and has the energy and motivation to perform. Also, a page can represent a messenger or a person who spreads the words, like the lyrics of a song. Okay, yeah. So, right. These are not wrong answers. This is just the way I perceive it, because the symbolism is individual to the individual. All right. Move on to another one. Right. These people wish to travel from the southernmost tip of Africa to the northernmost tip of Africa. Who'll get there the quickest?
Oh, I know.
I know.
Yeah.
Okay,
does anyone else know?
No one else knows. Okay.
I'm going to say the Eight of Wands, because that to me represents air travel.
Yeah, that's what
Go,
I thought.
Leslie.
Yes,
Yeah,
and eight
yeah.
of wands, and eight of wands is also very fast movement, very quickly,
Yeah.
shooting there at lightning speed. Eight of wands, it's the number 8, and I also see that as like 8 bits in a computer. So it can also represent internet and communications and digital communications, particularly internet. You know, you heard of computers are 8-bit, and they're all in sync and in line. So it can be really fast communication and fast movement.
Can I just, yeah, Greg, it's interesting that 2 of the cards that you've got there that represent sort of movement are both 8s. It'd be interesting if we had Susan here with our numerology, because you've got the 8 of cups, even though he's walking and it's slower, and the 8 of wands. I just spotted that.
Very well observed. Yes, well done.
Synchronicity again.
Hey.
Word of the day.
Yeah, and the numbers are also very important as well. 10 being like an outcome. But right, so 10 of wands. Now the 10 of wands travels by air. The 8 of cups travels by land, and the 6 of swords will travel by sea.
Right.
So the 8 of wands, the 10 of wands, well, the 8 of wands, I wrote 10, I'll beg your pardon. And the 8 of wands obviously will win the race because he's going to fly. I don't know, it would take longer, the guy walking or the guy on the boat. I don't know, it's a long way to go. So, right. Let me jump on to the next one. Right. Okay, it's more like multiple choice. These 4 people are having an off-road car race. Who do you think will win? And please give a reason why.
Does anyone from the audience want to try?
There's no really right or wrong answer, really.
I've got an idea, but I'll see if someone else answers first. Somebody who's attending, who hasn't spoken yet. Be brave.
Paul said Knight of Swords.
I like that. I'd like to know
I'm
why.
with Paul.
You want to know why? I'll let him talk.
Okay.
Nope, I had to ask you to unmute.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Hear me now?
Yes.
Hear me now? Hear me now? Okay.
Yes.
Yes. Hi.
Hi.
Well, I mean, obviously, if you just go intuition-wise, not necessarily a vast knowledge of the tarot, is that clearly the Knight of Swords is in forward motion, and he's like, charge! And everybody else is stationary. I mean,
very good.
The closest to movement is the Knight of Wands, and he's just kind of rearing out, look at me, woohoo! And the other guy's like, screw this, I'm gone. Knight of Swords.
Right. Cool. I love it. I love it. Does anybody else see it differently?
No, but I can tell you who's coming last.
Okay, go on.
That Knight of Pentacles, he ain't moving. He didn't get off the start line.
Okay. Right,
I like what.
Brilliant. Get off the start line, yeah. Okay. Right. The question for you is, if you have to have a special item delivered to you, it's very precious. Which one would you ask?
Oh, I'd go Knight of Pentacles.
Okay.
I think.
I would go Knight of Cups.
Wow.
You see the Knight of Cups, he's crossing boundaries, and he's got water in that cup. He's trying not to spill a drop.
Yeah.
And he's approached that river, right? And whenever you approach the river, you're crossing boundaries, and you need to cross boundaries with extreme caution. So the Knight of Cups tends to travel with a lot more caution. The Knight of Pentacles, I don't even think would get there.
I like what Laura Lee said about the Knight of Pentacles. She said off-road, he would win a race because it looks like he has a 4-wheel drive and he could get through some rough terrain. I like that.
Excellent. I love it.
That's great. That is really great.
That is good. I like that. So in this exercise, I would say the King of Pentacles wins, right? Here is my theory. my symbolism, right? The car will race straight. It's supposed to say straight. The car will race straight to the finish line in the shortest route possible. He is focused on his target finish line, right? You just look straight and run straight, right? The Knight of Cups, this car will race carefully and with caution, too afraid they'll damage their car or sustain an injury, right? The King of Pentacles, this driver is much, much too slow. Perhaps he never even drove off. He could have even had a breakdown. Like, his car didn't move. Right? Knight of Pentacles, this car could not wait. So I put him in second place, and here's my reason why. This car could not wait to get off the mark and even had a false start. They reacted so much without thinking or poor planning, and this poor absent-minded Aries missed a turn and got lost.
Love it.
Oh dear.
Okay, cool.
Love it.
Thanks for joining in, everyone. I appreciate the effort. Okay, one more. These three people are popular and known to the villagers or the village people. Can you explain the differences in their popularity and how they gained their popularity or were made famous?
Who would like to try this one?
Oh wow.
No takers.
God.
No, this is difficult. They get a little bit harder as we go.
Well, I'll have a go at the King of Pentacles.
Go on.
Okay, so I kind of see him as somebody who's to me that's all to do with the land and the earth. So I don't know whether he kind of maybe houses people. Do you know what I mean? He offers a lot of housing, and or maybe he kind of does a lot of landscapes, gardens, or maybe he runs a sort of botanic garden or something like that.
Cool.
I just see it as very, very earthy for the community. And obviously you're saying that this person is popular. You've already kind of established that. So the positive side of the King of Pentacles.
They're all popular.
Yeah, they're all popular. So I don't see him as being greedy or anything like that. I just feel that he makes the environment kind of like really nice for people. That nice. I would sum that up with him for me.
I like that. Okay. So what about the Six of Wands and the Four of Swords?
I think the Six of Wands is charismatic because or popular because he's so charismatic. If you think about that wand and the wreath, that's like 19th century porn. He's lucky with the ladies. He's just got a lot of charisma.
Yeah, he definitely has, yes.
Also with the Six of Wands, I sort of think of, the old-fashioned Olympics back in the day, where the hero who won the Olympics was given a laurel, and this was his parade on return to be bowed down to and congratulated.
Nice. Nice, okay.
And Laura Lee says that the Four of Swords is world renowned, the Six of Wands is locally known, and the King of Pentacles is the person who makes you feel safe or bought you.
That's cool.
And Paul said he has something to say. I got something to say.
Yeah. I actually, when I'm looking at him, I see him as three different phases of popularity. Like, Six of Wands, he's like current. He's, I don't know, name your current pop stars or whatever. They're in the now. They're famous. They're popular now. King of Pentacles, he's Elton John. He's on the verge of retirement. He's gathered all his, accolades and everything. And the Four of Swords, he's kind of like, he's Jimi Hendrix. He's already, he's a legend. That's how I
Cool.
see. So he's popular in that respect. I mean, he's always going to be popular. He's, you know, that's my take on it.
Wow.
Yeah, and that's really cool. I didn't see it that way either. And also the Four of Swords can be somebody who's made famous after they die. Like these poor writers where their books only sell after they've died, which is, you know, a bit unfortunate. Anybody else? Okay. Right.
I don't know why, Greg. I don't know why. And obviously it doesn't apply to that card, but I do see that Six of Wands as like the Emperor's new clothes. So even though in the Emperor's new clothes, he's naked and this one is dressed, I just sort of see that everybody's coming out and celebrating someone. But it would work for me if he was naked, but I'd think of that story. Does that make sense?
Yes. Yeah.
And if I was connecting those three cards, Four of Swords, the king is dead, long live the new king, parading in the Six of Wands, who then goes to maturity as a new monarch.
Oh,
Very nice.
nice.
So like a progression, right, in famous or popularity. Yeah, there's like a little story. Yeah, I can see that story there. It's like the Four of Swords is the work you've done, and the Three of Swords on the wall shows your achievements. And then the Six of Wands is you've been recognized for what you've done. And then obviously you move up to the King Pentacles status, which is more of a long-term, secure status, so to speak. Yeah. Okay. Here's another idea for the answers. I see them differently, but like I say, there's no right answer. Depends how you see them. And the king has gained his popularity, and I gave a clue, the king has gained his popularity through just being king, or the divine right of kings. And if you don't respect him, you may feel the long arm of his force, right? So the Four of Swords has gained his respect from previous achievements and presented by his swords on the wall. But also the people have honored him and made him famous. They even carved an effigy of him, right? Whereas the Six of Wands is more talk than he does walk. He likes to attract attention to himself and dresses for the occasion, as shown by the dressed up horse. This person likes the attention and brought attention to himself. Then you can look at the King of Pentacles and you can say, like I said before, the king has gained his popularity through just being king, or the divine right of kings. And if you don't respect him, you'll feel the long arm of his force. So the king basically was just famous just because he's king. Whereas the Six of Wands is famous because he's like the class clown, likes to attract attention and makes an effort to make himself famous. So he probably arranges events and organizes, but he likes the attention. Whereas the Four of Swords is more of the quiet person, but he was recognized for all the work that he actually been done. He actually worked for what he has achieved. So the Four of Swords is basically the one that's worked the hardest to achieve his respect, to gain his respect and popularity. So that's a completely different way to see it to what everybody else has seen it. But that's the whole point of this thing. So thank you for your input, really helps. Anybody else? Any comments or questions or anything? No? Okay. No. All right. Let's see if I got another one. Aha. Right. Please match the career with the card. Please put these careers in the correct order, 1 to 5, left to right. So we have a nursery school teacher, we have a mathematician, we have an architect, we have an antiques dealer, and we have a security guard. So basically, you put the name to number 1, the name to number 2, and the name to number 3, the name to number 4, and the name to number 5. Number 1, the security guard. Oh, I just gave it away. Damn it. Okay, I'll try again. Right. It's my mathematician.
I'm thinking the Page of Wands because the wand could be a measuring stick.
Oh,
Nice.
Oh, nice.
that's nice.
I do like it. For the mathematician. That's brilliant.
Oh gosh. King of Swords to me looks clever.
Yeah.
I don't know about maths type clever. Queen of Pentacles, I mean, she's counting values, isn't she? She's looking at value.
Yeah.
Oh God, that's tricky, Greg.
It's not easy. No, but if you use power of elimination,
Yeah.
you'll be able to get there. So the first clue is the number 1, the 8 of Wands. He's a security guard, and if you look, you can see he looks like a security guard.
Yeah.
He's coming near these sticks, and he fights for them quite brilliantly. He's quite proud and of his job, and he's dedicated to his job, and prepared to even get injured over it. So he's quite a dedicated security guard. Okay, right. The nursery school teacher. If anybody wants to shout, or if you're stuck, I can follow you along.
Oh, okay. I think I know the nursery school teacher.
I think I do. We've got a whole lot of chat going on.
Oh, got Siobhan, Queen of Pentacles.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yes.
I agree.
That is correct, because that is her. Because you can visualize it in many ways. Sometimes you can see that coin as her rubbing her belly because she's got a baby inside there, but that's more motherhood and more caring. But she really cares for that coin, and she's like rubbing the coin and saying, "Grow, my baby, grow." And she's very well, she's an earthly sign, so she's very stable, very caring, and she's very attached emotionally to the children and dedicated. The Queen of Pentacles represents fertility. You can see all the fertility around her, but she would be the best character out of all of these 5 characters to be a nursery school teacher.
Maisie said
definitely a
reading
mum.
stories in the garden to kids. That was nice.
That is beautiful. That is lovely. Okay.
And look, you can't see the children because they're socially distancing.
Oh, don't say
Nice, Leslie.
that.
And Laura Lee
Nice
says
one.
that 4 is the antiques dealer. It kind of reminds her of that show, Antique Roadshow.
Oh, right. That is cool. That is a good answer. I like that. That's cool. I didn't think of it that way. So there you go. Anyone else? Okay.
I'm thinking number 4 would be the architect.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Because that card is attributed to an artisan or someone of high skill and training and attention to detail. And every point on that pentagram star needs to be correctly placed. Absolutely right. Yes. So that would be the architect, and that's how the architect is different from the other cards, because the architect in number 4 is more about skill and a trade. So number 4 can also be an engineer, a joiner, even a carpenter. I've seen them as carpenters as well. Anything where it takes a skill, really. So that is like a skilled work and design and building and construction. So the architect, that's how architect is number 4. And the coins gives it away as well, because of stability. It's something solid, it's something tangible, and the architects make something. And coins are definitely tangible. Right. The maths teacher, right? We're looking for a maths teacher. It's going to be the Page of Wands, or it's going to be the King of Swords. And if you look at both of them, you should be able, if you compare them and you look at the differences, you should be able to sort of see who the mathematician is.
Well, even though before I said the Page of Wands because he's measuring, I'm sort of going towards the King of Swords, because if you go back to the olden days of school, the sword almost is like the teacher's ruler.
Whack.
Your times table, whack.
He seems, the king seems very dry, like a dry sense of humor. I is not amused. Well, get to the point. No faffing about. Yes or no. So the King of Swords is very fast. It's an air sign, and that's more about thought and movement. And the King of Swords is very dry, and he doesn't make decisions emotionally or anything like that. He uses logic and reason, and it's
Yeah.
either right or it's either wrong. There's no middle, and he looks you straight in the eye, and he's got the perfect attributes to be a maths teacher, a maths genius.
Let's face it, with maths, you're either right or you're wrong. There's no in between.
Yeah.
Correct. Yes. And they don't discriminate in maths either. You either got it right or you're wrong. There's no discrimination. It's not like it's art or poetry or something, you know, where it's going to come across to people differently. The King of Swords is either right or it's wrong. And there's no emotions. You can also be a lawyer. King of Swords makes a good lawyer as well. And he's very fair because he doesn't discriminate and he just looks at the facts. And therefore he would make a very good maths teacher. And he's bright as well. It's an air sign. It's about 4, and he's the king. So being king as in power can also show your level of training, for example. So if you're a king, that would make him a mathematician, maybe even a maths master. Maybe he's got a master in maths. Whereas you could say that the Page of Swords could be a student of mathematics. Whereas the king is now matured and he's, he's got the knowledge and the experience behind him.
We've got 2 minutes left, Greg.
2 minutes left. Oh, okay.
Laurelie's just in the chat square chair, which is, when you think about it, the number 4, solid foundation. And also would the King of Swords, Laurelie says, would make a good auditor.
Yeah.
Yes, very good. I'm going to quickly jump over to the Page of Wands because we're running out of time. This one I made it tricky because I try to keep away from the symbolism like a fire sign and the background, right? But if you look at that page very carefully, he's looking underneath those leaves of that stick and he's looking very carefully at it. He's like, is this a fresh leaf? This is an oldie. Looking underneath that leaf, I can see it was made in 1863 and it looks French. Look at that. Right, so
that's brilliant.
Plus the pyramid-like dunes in the background.
Yes, so it's different ways of looking at the cards and seeing them. So that's got nothing to do with the fire sign or anything like that. It's literally looking at the card and ask him what he's doing. Ask him what he's looking at. I wouldn't sell anything secondhand to him because you'd find everything on it. Everything wrong with it.
Brilliant.
Okay, sorry I'm out of time, but
that was great.
Yeah, thank you. That was brilliant, Greg. Really enjoyed that. I'm sorry you're out of time as well. Yeah.
No, that's fine. I had loads more.
Arranged marriage. That would have been great fun.
We've got arranged marriages. We've got a few, yeah.
Yeah.
Another time. So I'm sorry about that.
Well, we'll
no worries.
Again in November. We're bringing you back.
Yeah,
that was great.
That was fantastic. Thank you. Could you stop your